Madam Chair, Toastmasters, and guests. Let me tell you, owning a cat is not as simple as one may think it is. It is actually a major lifestyle change. To go from the master of oneself to the beck and call of a pet is utterly ridiculous. But let me assure you, this is the case. Some years ago, I became property to what has become a 25-pound cat. She was a stray, and at the encouragement of my friends, and seeing its big, wide eyes, and against my better judgment, I allowed a cat into my life, thus becoming a servant and a 24-hour mobile entertainment unit. This is to a feline that thinks she is a goddess. Folks, I'd love to introduce you to my cat, Essie. Apparently she's had other plans this afternoon. I've learned many things from her. The first lesson I've learned in owning a cat is there is no such place as cat-free. I wanted to keep my bedroom free of cat hair. So, seeing as the bedroom doesn't have a door, I hung a heavy blanket across the doorway. I had a fairly large board across the bottom, holding it down, held in place by the dresser against the wall. Figured, yeah, right, this will hold her up. How foolish I was. Sometime that night when I was asleep, she managed to get into the bedroom and decided it would be a great idea to join me on the bed. She climbed up from the foot of the bed, under the covers, and proceeded to find a nice warm spot between my legs, at which point she found and laid claim to what she considered to be a brand new cat toy. One swipe with those extended claws, I was wide awake and almost had a sunroof in the bedroom. This is also where I discovered she is related to T.S. Eliot's McCavity, the mystery cat. For when I landed on the bed, she was nowhere near the scene of the crime. A second thing I've learned from having a cat is spaying is a means to open dialogue. As a responsible pet owner, and one in dire need of some sleep by now, I figured it'd be a fantastic idea to take her and get her spayed. This is not normally a problem. She loves going for car rides, and she didn't mind going to the vet. However, when I went to pick her up from the vet, I was read the entire kitty riot act all the way home. Meow, 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 meow. Now, vets and cars are completely taboo. Another thing I've learned from having a cat around is you are completely accountable for your time away from them. For instance, when I come home from work, I get questioned by her as soon as I walk in the door. Meow. If I go out for an evening, she's at the door mewing me out before I can even get my key in the lock. And heavens forbid, if I go anywhere else where there's another animal, let alone another cat, this is where she takes the greatest offense. Usually it's a 10-minute mewing out session, followed by that cold shoulder, and she proceeds to take it into the bedroom at night when we go to bed. Instead of sleeping with her head on the pillow, she lays claim to the pillow and presents me with her rear for the entire night. A fourth thing I've learned from owning a cat is unlike a dog that tends to be kissing you when it licks your face, a cat is merely sampling what is to be a future appetizer. This I know as fact. You see, if I'm not up before her, she will lick my nose a few times, then proceed to nip at it. This will continue until I decide to wake up and feed her. By learning these and a few other very simple lessons, one does tend to learn their place in the new family hierarchy. That is, cat, food, litter box, and oneself. However, even though she does seem to be demanding at times, she has a really warped and twisted sense of humor. She rarely has had any hairball issues, but one night she had two. I heard her hack them both up. I knew they were there, but I figured since I was in bed already, I will get them in the morning. Morning arrived, I wake up and head straight to the kitchen, barefooted, as not to waste any precious feeding time. As I step into the kitchen, squash. Hairball number 1. Wonderful placement. To get out of that mess, I take the second step. Splat. Hairball number 2. Madam Chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, in closing, I only have to say, my name is William Stevens, and I am property of Cat.